Paper number 20608. Paper number 20608. Question numbers 1 to 5. Now in this question numbers 1 to 5, tell me it comes under which category? It comes under common parameter, fine. As it comes under common parameter, what are the common parameters here? 8 players are there, isn't it? These players, 8 different players are there, and they are sitting in 3 different lines. L1, L2, L3, only 3 lines are there. 8 persons, 3 lines, which implies that in each line more than 1 person is seated or not. Hence it comes under common parameter. And at the same time, and these 8 persons belong to only 3 categories. What are those 3 categories? Bowlers, batsmen and all-rounders. Again another common parameter, isn't it? Hence whenever it comes under common parameter, we have discussed about the case how to solve this one. Ela solve cheyali cheppandi. Now we should separate that one rather than writing PQ, Sachin, Virendra, Mahendra and so on, isn't it? Now let us categorize into 3 different categories. Then now first let us check out L1, L2 and L3. L1, that is line 1, L2 and L3, isn't it? Hence in total how many? There are 3 lines. 3 lines we are representing like this, L1, L2, L3. Now in these 3 lines, now we should determine the person and the category to which he belongs to. Done with this? There are 3 lines, 8 players, Sachin, Virendra, Sehwag, Sachin, Virendra, Mahendra, Suresh, Praveen, Rahul, Ravinder and Dinesh are sitting in 3 lines, L1, L2 and L3, and they are in 3 different categories, isn't it? Either batsman, bowler or all-rounder. In each line at least 2 and at the most 3 players. Yes, what can you infer from this one? What could be the possibility? The possibility, if, now sir, which one should be identified first? If you could able to know in L1, line 1, if there are 3 persons, whether we can able to determine the remaining 2 or not. Remaining 2 manam cheppachandi. Now if L1, line 1, if there are 3 persons, then what about the number of persons in line 2 and line 3? Can we able to determine? No. If there are 3 in line 1, 2 in line 2 or 3 in line 3, or 3 in line 2 or 2 in line 3. Hence, by knowing the number of persons 3 in one of the line, we cannot determine the difference. Then what can you infer? Then gurinchi manam definitely ga cheppochu. Now if you could able to know in one of the line there are 2 persons. Now let us take for example in L1 there are 2 persons. If there are 2 persons in L1 and in the remaining it must be 3 and 3, isn't it? Because 8 persons at least 2 and at the most 3. At the most means it should not be more than 3. It cannot be lesser than 2. 2, 2, 2, 6, and the remaining 2 persons must be distributed equal in the remaining 2. Done with this? Now this is about 8 persons and at least 2 players in each category but not more than 3. At least 2 and at the most 3. Maximum is 3. Again here also the possibility is what? 3, 3 and 2 in any order. Then from where we can start with this one? Both players of L2 are bowlers. Hence in L2 how many persons are there? Now we are starting with this one. Both the players of L2 are what? Bowlers. Hence how many persons are there in L2? 2 persons. If there are 2 in L2, how many are in L3? 3. And in L3 there are 3 persons, isn't it? Hence both the persons in L2 there are only 2 persons and both these 2 persons are bowlers. Only 2 persons are bowlers. Then next one. Virendra and Mahendra are in different lines but not in L1, isn't it? Virendra and Mahendra are in different lines but not in L1 and both are in the same category. As both are in the same category, Virendra and Mahendra are in different lines. They are in different lines and both belongs to the same category. Dinesh and Ravindra are in the same line and in the same category. Same line, same category but not all-rounders, isn't it? But not all-rounders. Suresh and Praveen are in different lines but not in L1 and in different categories. And in different categories but not all-rounder. Now sir, where can we fix this one? Suresh and Praveen are in different lines. They are in different lines but not in L1. As they are not in L1, hence these two persons, one person in L2 and another person must be in L3, isn't it? Suresh and Praveen. And at the same time, but not all rounders. Suresh and Praveen, but not in L1 and in different categories, but not all rounder. But not all rounder means one person is bowler and another person between these two must be batsman, isn't it? Sachin is in L2 and Suresh. Sachin is in L2. As Sachin is in L2 and he is a bowler, Sachin is in L2 and Suresh is not in the same as in Sachin. As Suresh is not in the same as in Sachin, Suresh and Praveen must be in two different lines. Then who must be in L2? Praveen must be in L2. Follow here or leda? Now Suresh and Praveen must be in two different lines but not in L1. Hence if Suresh is in L2, Praveen must be L3. Or if Praveen is in L2, Suresh must be L3. But what is the other information here? Suresh is not in the same as in Sachin. And Suresh is not in 2. Hence this Praveen must be in 2. As Praveen is in 2 and Suresh must be what? Suresh must be 3. As Suresh is 3, then what is the other information? These two persons belongs to two different categories. Two different categories but not an all-rounder. Now this Suresh cannot be bowler, cannot be all-rounder. Hence this person must be a batsman. Saripayindandi? As of now we can able to fix this person as well. Then again coming to this, Sachin is in line L2 and Suresh is not in the same as Sachin. Both players of L2 are bowlers. Rahul is an all-rounder and not in L1. As Rahul is not in L1, where should this Rahul be? Rahul must be in L3. And Rahul is in L3 and this person is what? Is an all-rounder. Rahul is an all-rounder. Rahul, L3 and this person is an all-rounder. Done with this? And not in L1. Rahul is all-rounder, not in line L1 from 3 all-rounders. How many all-rounders are there? There are 3. 3 all-rounders, 2 are in L3. As there are 2 are in L3, then out of which now any person must be an all-rounder, the other person must be an all-rounder, isn't it? Out of these 3 all-rounders, there are 2 all-rounders in L3 and another all-rounder must be where? Another all-rounder must be in L1 because in L2 we are having only 2 persons, isn't it? And from 3 all-rounders, 2 are in line L3 and Rahul and Mahendra are in the same line. As Rahul and Mahendra are in the same line, hence Mahendra must be here. As whatever this Mahendra is all-rounder. As Mahendra is an all-rounder, Virendra and Mahendra are in different lines, L1 and L3, and both are belong to the same category. Hence only one all-rounder is there in L1. And who is that person? He is none other than Virendra. If Virendra is done, then who are the remaining 2 persons? Inka migilipoyindaru Ravinder and Virendra, Dinesh and Ravinder. Now Dinesh is here and Ravinder is here and these 2 persons what? Batsman and batsman. Ayipindandi. What else is left over? And in fact, we haven't read the entire information also. Mottham ichina information e chadavaledu. Sakamlone ayipindi manaki. Isn't it? Hence, how could we able to do this one in a shorter period? ఎలా చేయగలిగాను చెప్పండి? మీకైనా ఇంత టైం పడుతుందా ఎగ్జామ్లో? కానీ ఎగ్జామ్లో వదిలేసాం. ఎందుకలా? Because the first thing what we are discussing about how to start this one, isn't it? Which type of diagram we should opt for. Now in the last session, around some 5 sessions we have focused only on the type of diagram it should be taken. మన బ్యాచెస్కి చెప్పాం. మన బ్యాచెస్ చెప్పినప్పుడు 5 days కూడా ఏ డయాగ్రామ్కి వెళ్ళాలి దాని మీదే ఫోకస్ చేసాం. How to categorize this one. If you could able to categorize like this, it will be very, very easy. Done with this one? Now this is about question numbers 1 to 5. As who are the batsmen among these 8 players? As batsman Dinesh, Rahul and who is the other person? Suresh, isn't it? Dinesh, Rahul and Dinesh, Ravinder and Suresh. Dinesh, Ravinder and Suresh. Choice 5. Dinesh, Ravindra and Suresh, that is choice 5, question number 1. Then in question number 2, in which line Ravindra and Suresh are sitting? Ravindra and who is this person? Suresh. Ravindra in L1 and Suresh is in L3. L1, L3, choice 3. Question number 2, it is choice 3. Then what about question number 3 here? Now in this question number 3, and which two are in the same categories and in the same line? Rahul and Virender, are in two different lines. It cannot be your answer. Dinesh and Suresh, these two persons are also in two different lines. Then third one, Ravindra and Virender, they are in the same line, but whereas they belong to different categories. One is an all-rounder and another one is a batsman. And Mahendra and Rahul. Now these two persons belong to the same line, isn't it? L3, and these two persons are all-rounders. Then what is your answer here? Choice 4 is the answer. Mahendra and Rahul. Then in question number 4, in which category and line Praveen is there? As Praveen is in line 2, bowler. Line 2, bowler, line 2, that is choice 1. Then question number 5. Now in this question number 5, in which categories 3 players are there? As 3 players are there in which category? All-rounders there are 3 and batsmen also there are 3. Isn't it? Batsmen and all-rounders, where is the choice here? Batsmen and all-rounders, choice 2. It's a direct question at all, without solving the question with the information, because you are having 3 batsmen and 3 all-rounders clearly given. Means all JPN 1 mark at definitely sure. Isn't it? And this is about set number 1. Sir, another confusion in this set is what? As 3 lines were there, L1, L2, L3, maybe you had taken like this. Ila cheses untaru. It comes under row arrangement and so you have taken like that. Isn't it? And this is just to misguide you. Then set number 6 to 10, as how many of you had on this set number 6? Now in this set number 6 to 10, again it comes under, it is rectangle. As rectangle considered to be the toughest one. Why rectangle is considered to be the difficult one when compared with the square and circle? A square and circle, now if you take in a case of square or a circle, number of persons opposite to, opposite pair is always equal. And in the circle also number of persons opposite to these persons is always equal, left hand side, right hand side. But whereas in the case of rectangle, what happens here? Now if you take for example these two persons are opposite to only one person between these two, one person. But whereas in some of the cases what happens if these two persons are opposite, 3 persons left and 3 persons right. And these persons are not equally distributed in the case of rectangle, isn't it? In some cases there could be 1 person between opposite persons or there could be 3 persons between opposite. But whereas in the case of square arrangement and circular, will always have, if in one pair if there are 3, in all the cases it must be 3 only. And that's where it is a little bit difficult when compared with the remaining 2. Done? Then question number 6 to 10. Now in this 6 to 10, what is the information given here? Now in a conference, 8 people A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H from different cities, Delhi, Pune, Kochi and so on, 8 different cities were there, and not necessarily in the same order are seated around a rectangular table. These 8 persons are seated around a rectangular table. 3 persons are seated on each of the longer sides and only 2 on the smaller sides. And 3 persons on each of the longer side and 2 persons on the smaller sides. It is not side. Because 3 were done, we are left with only 2 more. But that means 1 person in each of the shorter sides. If 2 on the smaller sides or 1 person on each of the shorter side. Clear now? And this is how these 8 persons were seated. And D is seated second to the right of the person who is from Amritsar. First I am reading the conditions here. And E is sitting third to the left of the person from Lucknow. E is third to the left of the person from Lucknow. F and G are sitting opposite to each other. F and G are opposite to each other. And C is sitting diagonally opposite to the person from Bathinda. And B is sitting opposite to the person who is from Delhi. B and Delhi are opposite to each other. The person from Mumbai is seated second to the right of the person from Chennai. and the person from Mumbai is seated second to the left of A, isn't it? That means this person from Mumbai is seated at equidistant from between A and the person from Delhi or Chennai. Seated second to the right of Chennai and second to the left of A who is not seated adjacent to the person from Bathinda. And G is seated on the smaller side, and this is the crucial information because this is a definite information given, and G is on the smaller side and to the immediate right of, and G is to the immediate right of the person from Bathinda. As G is to the immediate right of the person from Bathinda, now we can fix this one. If you fix G at one of the centers, isn't it, smaller side, and Bathinda will be to the immediate left of G, and Bathinda and C are diagonally opposite, isn't it? Hence, three conditions we can able to fix. Then, and persons from Chennai and Mumbai are not on the same side of the table, and person from Mumbai is seated south to the right of the person from Amritsar. Mumbai, again Mumbai and Amritsar. Amritsar is not seated diagonally opposite to the person from Pune, and this is what the information given. Why I have read the information means from where we should start that, isn't it, puzzle. In order to give a clear idea regarding this one, I have read the entire information. Clear? Yes, tell me from where we should start now. G is at one of the smaller sides, isn't it? Now I am fixing G is at one of the smaller sides of this table. As G is at one of the smaller sides of the table, G is at one of the smaller sides. Now I am fixing this G at this place. At any one of the smaller sides, isn't it? You can take at any place. Now I am fixing G at this place. If G is here, now Bathinda must be here, the person from Bathinda must be here. If this person from Bathinda is here, diagonally opposite to Bathinda is C, isn't it? Then from which statement we should start? F and G are opposite to each other, fine. One more information is there, F and G are opposite to each other. Where can we find this one? F and G are opposite to each other, and third statement, right? And F and G are seated opposite to each other, hence F must be at this place. Clear now? Then after this one, from where we can start? Now if you check out here, now information about Mumbai, C, A and so on is given. Lots of information is related to Mumbai is given, isn't it? Then we should start from there. Now the person from Mumbai is seated second to the right of the person from Chennai. Now if Chennai is here, Chennai, and this is Mumbai, second to the right, all the persons are facing towards the center only, isn't it? And the person from Mumbai is seated second to the right of the person from Chennai, and seated second to the left of A, and the person Mumbai is seated second to the left of A, and means the first person. This person is seated second to the left of A. Hence these three persons, now how many places are there? 5 places. These three persons must be in the alternate places. A who is not nearer to the person from Bathinda, A is not nearer to the person from Bathinda, G is on the smaller side, and person from Chennai and Mumbai are not on the same side. Person from Mumbai is seated south to the right of the person from Amritsar. Now Amritsar must be where? Amritsar must be to the immediate left of Chennai. Hence how many places we can fix? There are 6 places we can fix, isn't it? Next one, D is seated second to the right of the person from Amritsar. D is seated second to the right of the person from Amritsar. Now the first information, isn't it? What else do we require here? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now from here let us start with this one, because why we have taken this information separately? Because we are having n number of possibilities to fix this Chennai, isn't it? Only Bathinda is fixed. The remaining 7 persons, any persons can be from Chennai. As you are having n number of possibilities, hence we are writing them separately and we are linking among this one. Now this entire link we are trying to, okay, lace this one. Now tell me whether we can fix this Amritsar at this place or not. Amritsar. Now if you take Amritsar at this place, now this is a possibility I am taking here, Amritsar. Next to Amritsar is what? Chennai. Amritsar, Chennai, next one is blank, and the next one is what? Next blank. And Amritsar, Chennai, next one is D. After this D, Mumbai. If this is Mumbai, next one is blank, next one is A. Whether all these were fixed or not, I have taken this Amritsar at this place, Amritsar. Now, can Amritsar be F? Now I am checking out whether F can be Amritsar or not. All the different possibilities, how do we know whether Amritsar must be only at this place? We should take the possible. If Amritsar is F, then next one is Chennai, next one is D. Mumbai and Bhatinda are at the same place, which is not possible. Hence Amritsar cannot be F. Can Amritsar be C? If you take Amritsar, F is Chennai, next one is D, isn't it? Next one is Mumbai, next one is blank. A and G are at the same place, that is also not possible, isn't it? Next, if you take A is Amritsar, next one is Chennai, D and F are at the same place, which is not possible. Hence, how many possibilities do we have? Amritsar can be either here or can be there. As these two are diagonally opposite, both these two seems to be the same. Clear now? Now we can able to fix this Amritsar, Chennai, D, next one Mumbai, blank and A. Then if this is the case, now let us check out the conditions. D is seated second to the right of the person from Amritsar. I am checking the one information. E is sitting third to the left of the person from Lucknow. E is seated third to the left of the person from Lucknow, isn't it? And F and G are diagonally, now this information we haven't chosen yet. F and G are seated opposite to each other, done. C is diagonally opposite to Bhatinda. B is opposite to the person from Delhi. As B is opposite to the person from Delhi, now this B must be where? B can be either Amritsar or Chennai, isn't it? Then Delhi will be either C or A, isn't it? Either C or A. The person from Mumbai is seated second to the right of the person from Chennai. We have taken this entire information. And G is seated on the smaller side, so we have taken this one. And persons from Chennai and Mumbai, we have taken this one as well, are not on the same side of the table. Person from Mumbai is sitting third to the right of the person, we have taken this one. And Amritsar is not seated diagonally opposite the person from Pune. Hence Pune cannot be at this place, isn't it? As Pune cannot be at this place, then where should this Pune? Pune can be either A or C or F. Then earlier we left one information. What is that information here? E is third to the left of the person from Lucknow. Now, where can this E be? E. Now, sir. Where can this E be? Now, can you take E at this place? Now, the person from Lucknow, can we take Lucknow at this place or not? If Lucknow is here, E sits third to the left of the person from Lucknow, then Chennai and E must be the same, isn't it? If Chennai and E is the same, then B and Delhi are opposite to each other, then B will be here. If B is here, then Delhi will be here. Delhi will be here, isn't it? Next one, whatever this A is Pune. If A is Pune, then what is the other thing left over here? F is left over. And what is the general? H. H is left over, H will be from Lucknow. And F is from which place? Cochin. F is from Cochin, isn't it? Now this is one of the possibilities. Then with the help of this, the answer వచ్చింది కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఫిక్స్ చేశారు అవునా కదండి. Now this can be your answer or not. Hence in this one there are two possibilities. Some more information is required, isn't it? Now sir, in order to adjust to the given questions, now the second possibility, with the help of the second possibility we are getting the answer, isn't it? Now in order to have this one, we need one more information. What is that information here? Then F sits second to the left of H. F is now here. What is the information which is required here? This E and H were not fixed at this place. If E is here, Lucknow will be here. Or if E is here, Lucknow will be here. If you fix any one of this one, the final arrangement will be done, isn't it? Now I am fixing this information. F is seated second to the left of H. As F is seated second to the left of H, where should this H be? H must be here. If H is here, then the person E must be here. If E is here, then Lucknow will be here. Then you will get the answer. మీరు చెప్పిన అరేంజ్మెంట్ ఇది. ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ లేకనే ఎలా వచ్చింది? రెండు చేశారు. మరి ఆన్సర్లు ఏం పెట్టారండి? పెట్టలేదా? గుడ్. హెన్స్ హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ వన్ దేర్ ఆర్ టూ పాసిబిలిటీస్. చేశారండి? Then FC, AE, GD, HB is the order. Done with this? No sir. This is also seems to be same. We haven't read the entire information also, isn't it? Still we got the answer. No sir. Here today I am focusing on what? When compared with the previous sessions and this one. Here we are focusing on how to start the puzzle because the examination is very nearby. isn't it? How to read the entire information and how to pick the first statement, and what is the diagram that has to be opted for. Now, in this one, if you start with any possibility taking Amritsar can be B, Amritsar can be F, you cannot solve this one at all, isn't it? Hence, for these type of wherein the fixed information is given, always better to relate all the elements, then try to fix that one in the arrangement. Then separate ga raskondi. అవన్నీ ఒక ఆర్డర్లో వచ్చిన తర్వాత అందులో ఫిక్స్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేయండి, త్వరగా అయిపోతుంది. 1 or 2 పాసిబిలిటీస్లో తేలిపోతుంది. లేదు అమృత్సర్తో మొదలు పెట్టాలనుకుంటే 6 to 7 పాసిబిలిటీస్ విల్ బి దేర్. ఓకే, ఇన్ ది ఎర్లియర్ సెషన్స్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ ద row arrangement and in the floor arrangement we have discussed about this category. Now this is about question number 6 to 10. Yes, shall I explain the questions or not required? Okay, now 6 to 10. Because there are some more puzzles to be discussed in this one. Number 7th one. No? Now question number 7. Who is definitely seated diagonally opposite to D? Diagonally opposite to D, who is that person? Diagonally opposite to D, that is C. Now C is diagonally opposite to D, that is C. C is the answer. C, the person from Delhi. C, the person from Delhi, we are getting 2 answers, isn't it? Both 2 and 3. Both 2 and 3. Both 2 and 3, out of which in general we opt for only choice 2 only. We won't go for choice 3. Why? Once if you got choice 3, then what is the necessity of going for choice 3? Unless and otherwise both 2 and 3 is there. Next one, 10th one. Now, which of the following combinations is definitely correct? H Amritsar, and D Chennai, D and Chennai, D and Chennai. Next one, A Pune definitely true, choice 3. Now question number 10, it is choice 3. Next one, G Mumbai, that is also true. B Mumbai, that is false. Again 3 and 4. Okay. Now this is about question number 6 to 10. As done with this one, then 11 to 15. Now question numbers 11 to 15. Now in this 11 to 15, statements followed by conclusions. All the given are what? Followed by conclusions only. As 11th one, all flowers are chickens. All these flowers are chickens. No ducks are chickens. No ducks are chicken. Duck and chicken are completely different. Some ducks are what? Some ducks are deer. Some ducks are deer. Now this is what the information we have. No flowers are ducks, as of now definitely true. Some flowers are ducks, that is false. And some deers are not flowers. No deer is a flower. Some deers are not flowers is also true. Some deer are flowers. Some deer are flowers is false. Out of these 4 conclusions, only the second and the first and the third conclusions followed. And these 2 are what? These 2 are negative conclusions. As the negative conclusions followed, now in order to make this one false, now we should prove it's complementary. Some flowers are duck. That means flower and duck must be like this. Tell me whether I can draw my duck like this? No. If you draw duck like this, no chicken is a duck will be false. Alternate diagram cannot be drawn. Hence previous conclusion will be true forever. Then coming to the third one, some deer are not flowers. To make this one false, now I should prove all deers are flowers. That means your deer must be like this. If you write deer like this, then some deers are ducks, deer and duck will also be intersected, isn't it? Hence again statement will get invalid. Hence alternate diagram cannot be drawn, previous conclusion will be true forever. Then what is your answer here? Both, only 1 and 3 follow. But if you observe here, no flowers are ducks and some flowers are ducks, these 2 are complementary pairs, isn't it? As these 2 are complementary pairs, are we getting either or? No, that means having complementary pairs in the conclusion does not ensure you either or, isn't it? In some of the institutions they are telling the same thing. If you find complementary pairs, either or. But as in this case, though there are complementary pairs, it is not either or. When will you get either or? Only when the alternate diagram is proven. The alternate diagram is provable. That means negative conclusion will be 100% sure. As 100% negative conclusion is sure, there is no case of the other complementary can be true, isn't it? Hence it is only 1 and 3, choice 1. Then question number 12. Then question number 12, no cousins or sisters. No cousins or sisters. No cousins or sisters. Only sisters or mothers. Isn't it? Only sisters or mothers are nothing but all sisters or mothers or all mothers or sisters. Only A's or B's means all B's are A's. Isn't it? Hence all mothers are sisters. All these mothers are what? All mothers are sisters. Only A's or B's should be written as all B's are A's. Clear? And no fathers or mothers. No fathers or mothers, no intersection between father and a mother. No fathers or mothers. Some mothers are not fathers. Some mothers are not fathers, definitely true. No mothers are cousins. No mothers are cousins as of now. That is also definitely true. No sisters are fathers. No sisters are fathers. That is also definitely true. And next one. And no cousins are fathers. No cousins are fathers. That is also definitely true. And in total, if you observe here, all the four conclusions follow. And all these four are what? All these four are negative conclusions. As all these four are negative conclusions, for these four now we need to draw an alternate diagram. Then first one, some mothers are not fathers means all mothers are fathers. Is it possible? All mothers are fathers means your father must be like this. Can you draw father like this here? No. If you draw father like this, then what happens here? Alternate statement will be invalid. Hence alternate diagram cannot be done, that will be true forever. Then coming to the next one, then what is the next one here? No mothers are cousin. Mother is here, cousin is here. To make this one false, your cousin should be like this. Then tell me whether we can draw cousin like this? No. Hence alternate diagram cannot be done. This is again true. Third one, no sisters are father. Sister and father, as of now, what happens? That is true. To make this one false, tell me whether I can draw my father like this or not. Yes, father and mother should not be intersected, but whereas sister and father can be intersected. Alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. And no cousins are fathers. No cousins are fathers. Now I am drawing my father like this. Hence what happened to this one? And this is again false. Hence what is your answer? Only 1 and 2, that is choice 3. Now for some of the people, the answer could be different. Why? Because you have taken only sisters or mothers as all sisters or mothers. Ala తీసుకున్నారు మీరు. అందుకు మనకు 1, 2 and 3 వచ్చి ఉండాలి. అవునా కదండి? Okay? Hence, but where the answer is what? The answer is only 3. 1, 2, 3 choice లేదనుకుంటా మీకు. 1, 3, 4 వస్తుందా? 1, 3, 4 వస్తుందండి. 4 ఎలాగ పోతుంది మనకి? 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 ఉంటే most 80% of the people will opt for 1, 2, 3 only. As it is not there, hence we have left this one. Avoid. Done with this? And 12th one, choice 3. Then question number 13. Now 13th one. Some books are this one. Some books are cups. Some of the books are cups. And some pens are books. Some pens are books. Some books are cups. All cups are plates. All these cups are what? All cups are plates. Now this is what? This is pen. All cups are plates. First one. Some cups are books. Some cups are books. Definitely true. Some cups are not books. As of now, some cups are not books. True or false? Now these are the cups which are not books. True or false? As of now it is true. Then some pens are cups. Some pens are cups is false. And some plates are books. That is, some plates are books is true. Isn't it? Out of these 4 conclusions, 1, 2 and 4 conclusions false. And among these 3 conclusions which followed, only the second one is a negative conclusion. As the second is a negative conclusion, to make this one false, now we need to prove all books, all cups are books. Whether we can draw like that or not. All cups are books. Now I am writing my book like this. This is my book. Isn't it? Hence alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. After making the previous conclusion false, then what should I do? The earlier previous conclusion which was false earlier, now we should check out whether it can be true or not. If it is true, then it is either or. మర్చిపోతున్నారు మళ్ళీ అది. Some pens are cups. Some pens are cups. Is it true here? Some pens are, third one. Some pens are cups. No, some pens are cups. No, because this is cups. Isn't it? And now also it is false. Then what is your answer here? Only 1 and 4. Only 1 and 4 choice. None of these ఉంది కదండి. Isn't it? None of these. Choice 5 is the answer. Then what is the difference between none of these and none follows? None of these ante we have an answer. The choice is not there. Now we have 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is not given in the choices, hence it is none of these. None follows means none of the given conclusions follow. Isn't it? None of the given conclusions follow. ఈ conclusions లో ఏది కూడా మనకు ఆన్సర్ రాలేదు అనుకోండి, 1 false, 2 false, 3 false, 4 false, then it is none follows. None of these means none of the given conclusions false. Done? There is a small gap between these two. Then next one. And question number 14. No books or pens, book and pen. No books or pens, no pens or pencils, no pens or pencils, and no pencils or erasers. Now, sir, if you observe here, all these statements are what? Negative statement. As all the negative statements, then what happened to this one? All the statements are negative, then affirmative conclusion cannot be drawn, isn't it? These will be false, isn't it? Question number 14, these will be false. Then coming to some erasers or not pens is true. To make this one false, tell me whether I can prove all erasers are pens or not. Now this eraser I am bringing here and I am putting like this. Hence this will be false. First one false, false, true and true in the basic diagram. Now the alternate diagram is proven, this will be false. As alternate diagram is proven, then we should check out for either or. How to check out this? Check out the first two. Some books are pencils, is it true now? Some books are now also it is false. Some erasers are pens, now it is true. Hence what is your answer here? Either 2 or 3. Isn't it? Either 2 or 3. Then coming to the fourth one, what is fourth here? No books are erasers. To make this one false, tell me whether I can write my book like this or not. Yes. Hence alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. Then at the same time now we should check out for what? Some books are erasers is not there. Hence this is also false. Then what is your answer here? Either 2 or 3, choice 2. 14th it is choice 2. Then 15th one. 14th choice 2, either 2 or 3. Now either 2 or 3 we are getting. See here. What is this either 2 or 3? Some erasers are pens and some erasers are not pens. Now some and some not. Here some and some not we are getting as either or. Isn't it? Hence please do not get bothered about only the complementary pairs which can be either. In some of the cases, though these two are not complementary, we are getting it as either. అందుకే మీరు ఇవన్నీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు. Negative conclusion, if we have alternate diagram proven, anything which was false earlier, if it has become true, that will be either or, irrespective of whether they are complementary pairs or not complementary. Done? Then question number 15. Now in this 15th one, all boys are children, all girls are children, all girls are women. All girls are children, all girls are women. Earlier we had discussed about this case. Whenever the subject is same, how to draw the diagram, ఇంత ముందు మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాం. ఎలా చేయాలి చెప్పండి? No. Write it as like this. ఇలా రాసేసుకోవచ్చా? Now all girls is same. These are girls. All girls are children and all girls are women. Whenever the subject is same, always go for this sum diagram only. All girls are children, and next one, all boys are children. All boys are children. Now I am drawing my boy like this. Then first one, some women are children, that is definitely true. Some boys are children, definitely true. And some children are boys, both are one and the same. Some girls are children, that is also true. Hence all the conclusions follow, all follow choice 4. Hence question number 15, choice 4 is the answer. Now this is about 11 to 15. Done? Now after going to your home, please go through this one once again for syllogisms. But whereas in, none of the earlier examinations till date. Now in 2018 SBI PO and SBI clerical, tier 1 or tier 2, in none of the slots even a single question was given on these syllogisms. Now in RRB there is a possibility of giving. ఇచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంది. ఎందుకు చెప్పండి? మీరు అందరూ మర్చిపోతారేమో అని అనుకొని వాడు ఇస్తాడు మళ్ళీ. Isn't it? Hence we should be ready with their syllogisms. Tomorrow there is a chance of coming this one. ఇంత ముందు ఇవ్వలేదు కదా అని చెప్పడం అనుకోండి, పెద్ద పొరపాటు అవుతుంది మళ్ళీ. Then in this one there are 6 persons P, Q, R, S, T and U seated around a table. Then who is to the immediate right of T? Seated around a table. Then who is to the immediate right of T? How many persons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question is about what? Who is to the immediate right of? First represent the question like this, because for each and every statement we cannot go back to the question once again. Then only U is in between T and P. As only U is in between T and P, if U is here, then T and P. Only U is in between P. Are we getting the answer or not? Then who is to the immediate right of T? U is the immediate right of T. Definitely question and answer. one more possibility. What is the second possibility you have? Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If U is here, P is here, T is here, then any person Q or S can be to the immediate right. Hence, maybe you or maybe someone else. Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient. Hence, it is not sufficient. Next one, P is thought to the right of S. As P is thought to the right of S, now forget about the remaining two. P is thought to the right of S means these P and S are opposite to each other. Here also P and S are opposite to each other, isn't it? No information given about T at all, hence forget about this one. Only 2 alone is not sufficient. 1 alone not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then by combining these two, if you combine these two, P is thought to the right of S, P and S are opposite to each other, P and S are opposite to each other. Then who is to the immediate right of T? Are you getting the answer or not? Now in case 1 we are getting U is to the immediate right of T, and in case 2 we are getting S is to the immediate right. Hence how many different answers? Either U or S. As you are getting 2 different answers to this one, hence both the statement is also not sufficient, and it is given choice 4, as the choices were given earlier, right? That in 1 alone, 2 alone, and either 1 or 2, both statement are not neither both. 1, 2, either neither both. Hence what is your answer here? Neither 1 nor 2, choice 4. No need to go for check out for the choices. Then 17th one. Now in this 17, as tell me what is the question here? What is the shortest distance between? What is the shortest distance between what is the shortest distance between 2 points A and B? And A is 15 kilometers to the north of point P. P is here. Distance between A and B, shortest distance between A and B is the question. And A is 15 kilometers to the north of point A, point P. Now this is 15. A is 15 to the north of point P. P which is to the east, P which is to the east of point B, at a distance of 22 kilometers, isn't it? Now this one, now which is to the east of B, B at a distance of what? B at a distance of 22 kilometers. Now condition number, P which is to the east of B, P is to the east of B, and what is the distance here? At a distance of 20. Now sir, we have the distance of here, we have the distance here, now we can able to identify the distance between these two. No need to find out what the distance is. Now the question is about whether we can able to determine or not. Yes, we can able to determine. We are not, hence in the data sufficiency we are not bothered about what the answer is. But whereas we are bothered about what? Whether the given information is sufficient to determine a unique answer or not. ఇచ్చిన స్టేట్మెంట్తో మనకు ఒకే ఒక ఆన్సర్ వస్తుందా లేదా చూస్తే సరిపోతుంది. అందుకని ఆన్సర్ ఏంటో మనకు అనవసరం. Done? Hence 1 alone is sufficient. Then coming to the second one. What is the second one here? And a point X. A point X is to the west of B. X is to the west of B. X is to the west of B at a distance of 5.6 kilometer. 5.6 kilometer. And to the north of. And to the north of X is to the north of what? X is to the north of A. X is to the north of A at a distance of 6.5. Now we have this distance, and we can able to find out this distance as well. Then what is your answer here? 1 alone is sufficient, 2 alone is sufficient, each statement alone is sufficient. That is choice 3. Each statement alone, choice 3, 17th one. Then question number 18. Now in this 18, who is Kavita's sister? Now we need to find out the sister of this Kavita. And who is the sister of Kavita? Sapna is the granddaughter of Amit. Sapna is the granddaughter of Amit. Amit is here. Sapna is the granddaughter of Amit means Amit's son or daughter's daughter is Sapna. Sapna is the granddaughter of Amit. Granddaughter of Amit. Amit who is the father of? Amit is the father of whom? Amit is the father of, Amit who is the father of Kavita's father. Amit is the father of whom? Amit is the father of Kavita's father. Amit is the father of Kavita. Kavita's father's father is Amit. Are you getting the answer or not? Then who is the sister of this one? Who is Kavita? Who is the sister of Kavita? Sapna, isn't it? One case Sapna, are you getting a unique answer here? Now let us take for example. Amit is here. and Amit's granddaughter is Sapna, isn't it? And this person is Sapna, and Amit's granddaughter is Sapna at the same time. And who is this Amit here? Kavita's father's father is Amit. Saripendandi? Then that means Kavita's father, this Sapna's parent are siblings to each other. That could be possibility. Now whether the statement is valid or not, Sapna is Amit's granddaughter is Sapna and Kavita's father's father is Amit. And so how is this Sapna and Kavita related to each other? Cousins. Now in case 1 we are getting that sister, case 2 cousin. Are you getting a unique answer? No. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Then hence we need to know how many children this Amit is having. If Amit is having only one child, then these two persons are siblings. If Amit is having more than one child, sibling or could be cousin is also answer. Then coming to the second one. The name of Kavita's sister starts with the letter S. Kavita's sister starts with the letter S. Whether that could be Sapna or that could be Shashi, isn't it? That could be anything else. Hence, no information about this one at all. Hence, with this one, 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient, combining these two also not sufficient. Hence, neither 1 nor 2, choice 4. Done with this? By combining these also, how many children this Amit is having, that is not clearly given, isn't it? Hence, that is also ruled out. Then 19th one. Now, question number 19. Who among the 5 friends Suraj STMVB? STMVB, rather than reading the entire thing. Just identify whether they are starting with the different letters or not. That itself is enough. And he is the youngest. Among these 5 persons, the question is about whom? The question is about the youngest. Hence underline like this, isn't it? Then B is older than 3 of them. As B is older than 3 of them, or B is older than at least 3 of them? B is older than 3 of them means B is older than exactly 3 of them. Hence B must be. If the word at least 3 is given, B can be either at the first place or at the second place, isn't it? Hence B is older than 3 of them, but Suraj is younger than, but Suraj, whatever this Suraj is here, but Suraj is younger than Mahmood. Suraj is younger than Mahmood, isn't it? Hence Suraj, either Suraj can be, now STMVB if you take, now in this one the question is about what? The question is about youngest. B cannot be the youngest because B is at the second place, and M cannot be the youngest. Then who can be the youngest? Either S, T or B. In some of the cases what happens, particularly in this data sufficiency, maybe the order cannot be fixed, but we can able to determine the answer by elimination process. Andiki ee vidhanga rasam meeku, isn't it? And see here what could be the answer? Either S or T or B. And next one, Taj is older, condition number 2. And T is older than V and B. As T is older than V and B, what can we decide here? Now we can able to determine T cannot be the youngest. The remaining 4 persons, any person can be the youngest. 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. With the help of 1 alone, there are 3 persons who can be the youngest. With the help of 2 alone, there are 4 persons who can be the youngest. Then by combining these two, T cannot be here, then T cannot be. And for combining this one, no need to draw another diagram. Replace, okay, the second one in the first one or the first one in the second. And now here, S, T also cannot be here. Then who can be the youngest? Either S or B. As we are getting 2 different answers, neither 1 nor 2, choice 4 is the answer. Then question number 20. Now in this 20th, what is the code for the book? Code. Book in a code language. And pick, tick, rick means I like reading. This book is interesting. This book is interesting. What is the element which is common between these two? I like reading, this book is interesting. No, okay, none of the words is common, hence 1 alone is not sufficient. And at the same time the second one. And the second one, what is the code here? Now, the second one, pick, tick, mick, rick. Pick, tick, rick, mick means I like reading book, isn't it? And next one, mick, juk, pen means you read book. Now between these two, what are the words which are common here? Book and read is also there, right? Here it is read and here it is reading. Those two are different, isn't it? Hence please do not get worried about this one. Hence book is the only word which is common. Hence, and which code is common? We are not bothered about. One word is common, one code will be common. Hence, you can able to determine the answer. What is that answer? No need to find out, isn't it? Hence, only 2 alone is sufficient. And this is about question number 20. 16 to 20, data sufficiency is again important to your examination. Then coming to this 21 to 25. As 21 to 25, input and output. చేశారా? ఎందుకు చేయలేదండి? ఇది చేయలేదంటే క్లాసుకు రాలేదు మీరు. ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ క్లాస్కి వచ్చారా? రాలేదు. క్లాస్కి వచ్చుంటే డెఫినెట్గా చేసేవారు. ఎందుకు చెప్పండి? ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ categorized these types of questions. In the first one shifting, next one is we have discussed about interchange, isn't it? Next elements interchanging, left to right and right to left. And this comes under the third model we have discussed in the class. What is the third model? Now the third one is and so on, isn't it? Whenever this and so on is given, it comes under which category? Specific order category. We should convert all the words into the positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so on is nothing but it is a repetition. Hence, in these type of questions, no step will be declared as the final output, isn't it? Is there any final output here? Unlike the previous set of questions, in the previous sets what used to happen, step 4 is the final output or step 5 is the final output used to be given. But as here, that has not been decided. Why it has not been decided? Because it comes under if loop, it keep on continuing, isn't it? Hence, and so on. Hence, whenever and so on type of questions were given, then how to solve this one? Earlier we had discussed about input. As shall I explain this one or not required? A, P, N, APN, next one APN, Z, D, T and C. Now first represent the elements like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are there, then what is step 1 here? Tell me. The step 1 is ZAPC, ZAPC, next one ZAPC, NDT, isn't it? Then Z is at the fourth element coming to the first place, and first element, P is second, and 7, 4, 1, 2, 7, and this is 3, 5 and 6. Now, here it is not based on the alphabetical order or vowels or consonants or something else. Now, it is based on what? One specific order. What is that specific order here? 1, 2, 3, 4, irrespective of the value of the letter, isn't it? Irrespective of vowel or consonant, it is always based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are written as 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6 in the next set. And in the next step what happens here? Again, this ZAPC NDT will be, now for step 2 we can derive from step 1 only. Then step 1 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then tell me what is step 2 here? CZA, TPND, isn't it? Then, now forget about this 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6. Then again, step 2 you are getting from step 1. Now step 1 is nothing but your input now. If you take this input as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then what is order? Then C is coming, C is the fourth element coming to the first place, and this is 1. Next one is what? A is 2, 4, 1, 2, and T is 7. Now T is 7, 4, 1, 2, 7, and P is 3, isn't it? Next one N is 5, and D is what? D is 6. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are written as 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6. Again here also 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6. Next step will also be 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6 and so on. Hence in these type of questions, what else is also possible? Backward is also possible, because it is not based on the place values of the letters. It is based on the specific order. Hence in this one, first we should start from where? Write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as the input. From there onwards, then we should write it as 4, 1, step 1. What is step 1? Tell me. 4, 1, 2, 7, 4, 1, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6. And this is step 1. Then in step 2, now the fourth element to be at the first place. What is the fourth element? 7. And first element is what? 4. And second element is what? And you should be very careful while writing this one, because now in the place of 2, okay, 2 you will take it as 2, isn't it? Because both will be, okay, you must be very careful. 4, 1, 2. Then 7. Seventh element is not 7, seventh element is what? 6. Now we should take the element which is there at the seventh place, but not the seventh element. And third, now what is there at the third place? 2, and this will be 2. And now we should take the element at the fifth place, that is 3. And the next one, sixth place, isn't it? Sixth place, what is that element here? 5. Hence, in the second step, 7, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, 5. Then step 3, tell me what is order? 6, 7, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Step 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then step 4. And what is step 4 here? 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Good. And step 5. Step 5. 3, 5, 6. Next one. 2, 7, 4, 1. Then next one. Next one. Step 6. 2, 3, 5. Next one. 1, 6, 7, 4. Step 6. Step 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can stop here, isn't it? Now here, we should write this numbering till we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Till we got the input. Input వచ్చినంత వరకు మనం అలా రాస్తూనే పోవాలి, isn't it? Now here, in this one, now in this one what happens here? Now the questions can be asked like this. Which step will be your 57th step? Tell me the answer. Now here, how many are given? Only 4 steps were given. Now he can ask for anything, isn't it? Now which element, which step will be your 57th step? Now why it is first? For every, how many steps the same step is repeating? For every 7th step, isn't it? Now here, 7 and 0 will be 1. And again this one and 8th one will be same, isn't it? And this will be 8th one, and this will be 9th one, this will be 10th one, and so on. That means for every how many steps the same step will be repeated? For every 7th step. That means for every 7th step, 57th step means take the multiples of 7. 7 is 56, remainder is 1. First step is your nothing but your 57th step. The questions can be asked like that as well. Then which among the following will be your 87th step? Yes, 87th step, 87, 87. That's what we need to know here. Em ravali manaki idi? 7th multiple chuste chalu. 87. 87, how many times this 7 goes in that one? 7 12s, 84. Remainder is 3. Third step is nothing but your 87th step, and so on. The questions can be asked like this as well, isn't it? Okay, you should not scared about by seeing that bigger number. And if there is cannot be determined will also be there. You cannot go for cannot be determined at that time. Then, yes, is this fine? L and W and so on is step 5 of the input. Then which of the following will definitely be the input? Now tell me whether we can able to determine the answer or not. In these type of questions, the answers can also be determined. Now 5th step. What is 5th step here? Now in the 5th step, now the advantage with these type of questions is that, what is advantage? We can jump from any step to any step without writing the intermediary steps. Now step 5 is given. What is step 5 here? Then tell me the order of these numbers in step 5. 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 2, 7, 4, 1. 2, 7, 4, 1 is the order in step 5. If step 5 is this order, now the question is about input. Input, the order of these numbers must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 is MO, MO, where is MO? MO, isn't it? Next one, 2 is what? 2 is go, and next one 3 is low, MGL, 4 is E, 4 is E, this is ruled out. MGLO, MGLE, MGLE, is there any choice? No choice. Now this is the answer. Clear? You can move from any step to any step without writing the intermediary steps in this. Hence, what is your answer here? And choice, fine. Done with this? Then question number 22. And what will be step 6 for the following input? Input given. Now the question is about step 6. What are the numbers in this input? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. Now in this one, step 6. What is the order of these elements in the step 6? 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 1, 6, 7, 4. 1, 6, 7, 4. Now the question is about what? And input, what will be step 6 for the following input? Input is given, isn't it? Now the question is about step 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then how will you get this step 6? Then again the numbering. What is the numbering here? 2, 3, 5, 1. 2, 3, 5, 1 means do not. 3 is like, do not like, 2, 3, listen. Do not like, listen. 2, 3, 5. Next one, I. Do not like, listen, I. 2, 3, 5, 1. 6, 7, 4. 6, 7, 4 is what? Bad jokes 2. Isn't it? Bad jokes. Then what is your answer here? Choice 2 is the answer. The only difficulty in this one is what? How to write the elements. Once you have written these numbers, then everything will be very, very easy for you. Done with this? And 23. And which of the following steps would read as listen, bad jokes like I do not, if the answer be the fourth step, isn't it? Now question number, what is the question here? 23rd. Which of the following steps would read as this one if step 4 of the input? Step 4 of the input is given. Now, so the question is what? And which step will be the same as step 4? And the question? Now, which of the following steps would read as listen bad jokes like I do if the question, the step 4 of the input. What is input here? Step 4 of an input is given. Now, it is based on, it is not 187th question, it is the previous question, that is 22. Now, 22 question will be the step 4. If that is step 4, then what about this listen and so on, isn't it? I do not like to listen bad jokes, that is step 4. Then, which of the following will be this one? Can you identify this one or not? Cheppandi chestunna leda? No, step 4 chudandi. Now, intaku mundu em cheppandi listen bad jokes like, and this one, and what is the input here? The answer be the step 4 of the input. Now the previous question. Now what is the previous question here? The previous question is, now this is step 4. This input is nothing but your step 4. What is the order of these elements here? 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then what is the order given now? If order em ichcharu cheppandi. Now in question number 23, listen bad jokes. Listen stands for what? 7. Listen. Next one, bad jokes. Bad is what? Listen bad jokes. Bad, what is the order here? 1. 7. Listen bad jokes. Listen bad jokes. What is the order here? Listen and bad. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now listen is what? Listen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, isn't it? And next one, bad, bad, and 5, 6, and next one, 5, 6, and bad is 6. Next one is what? Like, and what is like here? Like is at the third place, isn't it? And like is at the third place. Listen bad jokes. Now I do not like to listen bad jokes. Then in question number 23, now this is given as this one, isn't it? Listen bad jokes like to I do not. Then what is the order here? The order is 5, 6, 7 when compared with the previous one. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yes, where can we find this 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2? That is nothing but the fourth step, isn't it? Now that is the fourth step. And fourth step, and which step will be repeated here? 4 and 7. 4 plus 7 is how much? 11. Hence 11th step is nothing but the same step. Now here we are getting the order as 5, 6, 7. Where are you finding this one? 5, 6, 7, fourth step. Fourth is not given. As fourth is not given, earlier we have discussed. For every how many steps, the same step will be repeated? 7. 4 plus 7, 11th step will be your answer. Andike meeku cheppa 57th step and 87th step, isn't it? For every 7th step, the same step will be repeated. Now as 4 is not there, if there is none of this, can you go for none of this? None of these unte none of these keltara? Then 11th is also there, we should go for 11. If 11 is not there, 11 plus 7, 18 will be the answer. 18 is not there, 25 will be your answer, and so on, isn't it? And this is about 23. And step 2 is given, then step 8. Step 8 is nothing but your step 1, isn't it? 2 is given, 1 is found out. Then what is your answer here? 2 is and 1. The first element will be what? 6th element. Chestaru kada 24, 25. 20? 24. Now question number 24, step 2 of an input is given. Step 2 is given, then which among the following will be step 8? Step 8 is what? Step 8 is nothing but your step 1. Now step 2, what is the order of these elements in step 2? Now step 2 tell me, 7, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, 5. Step 2 is 7, 4, 1, 6, 7, 4, 7, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, 5. This is the order in step 2. Then what is the order in step 1? Step 1 it must be 4, 1, 2, 7. 4, 1, 2, 7 is what? 4, 1, 2, 7 is correct jam, isn't it? Correct jam 4, 1. Correct me. Correct and me. Correct and me, is it there anywhere in the choice? Now in step 1, 8th step is nothing but your step 1. And in step 1, what is the order? 4 and 1 should be the order. And what is 4? 4 is correct. And 1 is what? 1 is me. Correct and me should be repeated. And in correct and me is nowhere repeated, so choice 5. Isn't it? Then question number 25. How many steps are needed for an input to retain its original form? Yes, tell me. How many steps are required? That means for every 7 steps the same step is repeating. Choice 1 is the answer. Now this is about question numbers 21 to 25. Done with this? Then 26 to 30. As 26 to 30. W and her female, 7 female friends. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W live in XYZ apartments in a metropolitan city. Each person pursues a different. 8 persons and they are living in an apartment, isn't it? And each person pursues a different profession, isn't it? Other clerk and so on, but not necessarily in the same order. Each person is adept at playing different musical instruments and so on. Then, now sir, now in this, now we can fix these persons. Now P, Q, R, S, P, Q, R, S, tell me who are the persons here? P, Q, R, S. No sir. Now sir, as these persons are what? These persons are floor arrangement, isn't it? Now as these persons are floor, hence we can fix 7, 6, 5, 4 and so on. 7, 6, 5, 8 members. 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Then in this one. Now tell me the person who is staying in which floor and the profession she is doing or pursuing. Then P and neither a housewife nor a professor. And P, whatever this P here, P who plays tabla is neither a housewife nor a professor, floor, it's not given as a floor. Then we can fix these persons anywhere like this, isn't it? Now who are the persons here? P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W. Live in XYZ apartment in a metropolitan city. And P plays tabla, neither housewife, Q clerk and one of them. Fine. Now in this one. Now what is the information given in this one? Now in this P, Q, R, S, T and so on. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and live in an apartment. Now we can fix P, Q, R, S and who are the other persons? P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W, isn't it? Then what is the P plays tabla and P is what? P plays tabla and as this P plays tabla here, P is playing tabla and what is the other information here? P plays tabla and this person is neither a housewife nor a professor, neither a housewife nor a professor, neither professor nor housewife, neither professor nor housewife, and Q is a clerk and whatever this one Q a clerk. Now this is and Q is a clerk and does not play guitar, and Q is a clerk and does not play guitar or trumpet. Guitar and trumpet is ruled out. But the lady who is an engineer plays flute, engineer plays flute. Flute and engineer must be together. Engineer and flute must be together, isn't it? Engineer and flute is together and plays flute. One of them is an author and plays saxophone. And saxophone, the person who plays saxophone is an author, isn't it? Is an author. Next one. One of them is an author and plays saxophone, but the lady who plays guitar is a doctor. Guitar is what? Guitar is doctor. Guitar is doctor. Next one. And her neighbor V does not play football. And guitar. And her neighbor V does not play flute. Hence V does not play what? V does not play flute. V does not play what? V does not play flute. V and her neighbor V does not play flute. Hence V does not play flute, isn't it? Next one. V does not play flute. Q plays violin. Q plays violin. Information clearly given. Q plays violin. The one plays harmonium is a teacher. Harmonium is what? Harmonium is a teacher. And whereas T and U play trumpet and sang. T is trumpet, isn't it? And U is T and U. Saxophone and saxophone clearly given. And S and R play guitar and sitar. S is guitar, and what is the other thing? R is sitar. S, what else is there? Entire information is given, isn't it? And respectively, but the latter is neither a housewife. Latter means who is that person? R is neither a housewife nor a PO. R is neither a PO nor a housewife, isn't it? Then what else is left over here? Now we need to find out this one. Flute is an engineer. As a flute is an engineer, and what is that one? Who is that person? Flute is an engineer. Where should this engineer be? Engineer must be, no, flute. Flute W. Why flute is a W? Because that person is not, okay, adjacent to this person, isn't it? And flute is W. If this flute is W, then what else is left over here? What else is harmonium? Harmonium is left over. And harmonium, the person who is harmonium is a teacher, isn't it? And flute is what? Flute is an engineer. Flute is an engineer. Next one, saxophone is an author. Saxophone is an author. And flute engineer, saxophone author, guitar doctor. Guitar is a doctor. And this person is not PO, isn't it? As this person is not PO. And next one, harmonium is a teacher. And trumpet. Any information regarding this trumpet here? No information. Then how to determine the housewife? And who is a housewife here? This person is not a housewife. This person is not a housewife. And this person is a housewife. And this person is not a PO. This person is a PO. PO, clerk, doctor, housewife. Then who is the person left over? Now sex and professor. And who is that professor here? R is a professor, isn't it? Entire information is clearly specified. The only thing what is, V is not adjacent to the person who is flute. Adokkate, isn't it? Rest everything is clearly given. 26 to 30. As done with this, now time is up, 3:30, isn't it? And the next is quant. Cheppandi. Saru chara? Yes, cheppandi. 36. 31 to 35. Time ledandi mari. Coding decoding discuss చేద్దాం. 31 to 35 అవసరం లేదా? ఎవరు కోడింగ్ డీకోడింగ్ ఎవరికి కావాలి? Now let us discuss about this 31 to 35. Okay? As 36 to 40, who want 36 to 40 coding and decoding? Coding and decoding. Then as మీరే సెకండ్ వన్ మీరు కోడింగ్ డీకోడింగ్ కావాలన్నారు. 31 to 35 అవసరం లేదండి. రండి చెప్పండి, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. Now 31 to 35. Now let us discuss this 31 to 35. Now in this 31 to 35, Now this was given in IBPS 2017 PO Type 2. IBPS 2017 PO Type 2. Last year ichadu kabatti sir ivvadu kada sir avasaram ledu anukovoddu, isn't it? Now in this one, how many persons are there? P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y are the 10 persons, teach in the same college and they give lectures in earlier I have discussed this same question in your which class? Targetments. In the targetments we have explained this one 2 times, isn't it? And take then 10 lectures, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y, teach in the same college, they give lectures in 5 months. What are the 5 months here? April, May, June, September and October. April, May, June, September, October, and April, May, June, September and December. September and December. And what are the 2 different dates given here? 2 different dates. Now in this one 2 different dates, what are those 2 different dates? One is 7th and another one is 21st. 7th and 21st of different months, isn't it? And only 2 lectures held in a month, isn't it? Only 2 held in a month. The lectures are attended by different number of students. The different number of students. That means no lecture will have the same, no 2 lectures will have the same number of students. If in one of the lectures, if there are some 80 students were there, in none of the lectures there must be 80. That means this must be different. The total strength of students is 100 in each class and 50% attendance is compulsory. That means at least 50 students were present in that one. The number of students will be even in the month of 30 days. That means 30 days means April 30, June 30, September. Hence in all these, and this is even number of students must be here, here also even number of students, here also even. And for the remaining, and this is odd and this is odd. May and December odd numbers. And the remaining April, June and September even numbers, isn't it? And different number of students attend the class on different days. No lecturer can give the lecture after W. Yes, what can you infer from this one? That means W is the last one. And which is the last one? December 21st is the last one. And this person must be W. Isn't it? W is the last one. No lecturer can give the lecture after W. U gives the lecture in the month which has 30 days. And U is what? U is even. U can be either April, U can be either here, or June, or September. U can be any one of these. Cannot be in the December, cannot be in this December and May and December. U gives lecture in the month which has 30 days. T and Q give lectures after U on the 7th of different months. After U on 7th of different months. After U on 7th of different months, isn't it? Then Q and U on 7th. Then tell me whether U can be at this place, U can be at this place, tell me. No. Why? If U is at this place, then there are 2 persons must be after this one, which is not possible. Hence, what could be the possibility for this U? U can be June or April. If U is in June, then T and Q will be like this, isn't it? Or if U is here, T and Q can be like this or can be like this, any possibility. Are you following this one or not? Then, remember this one, T and Q after this one respectively, isn't it? T and Q give lectures on 7th of different months respectively, means in the same order. Then, number of students who attend the class on 7th September is a whole square, 2-digit number. 2-digit number whole square. 2-digit number whole square on 7th September means what could be the number? Squares. Squares 50 to 100. And squares 50 to 100, 49 gone, 64, 81, 100. 100 is a 3-digit. 100 is 3-digit. Hence we are left with 64 and 81. Between these two, which one should be here? 64. Why can't it be 81? Because it is even. Hence, as it must be even, and so here it must be 64. That is the first element we can able to finalize, isn't it? Manaki 64 undi, 81 undi. Or inditlo September lo evaru undali? Even number of persons. 81 is odd number and 64 is an even number. And 64 is here fixed. 2-digit is given. If 2 digit is not given, then 100 can also be the possibility. R does not give the lecture in the month which has YRQ. R is not in the same month in which Y and Q are giving the lectures. And the sum of the number of students who attend the class on 7th of 2 months is 152. 7th of 2 months is how much? 152. 2 sevenths will be 152. Okay, remember this one. Only 3 lectures are between you and the one who is attended by 68. Now 68 can be where? U and 68. Now U cannot be at this place, we have already decided at this one, isn't it? Now if U is here, U ikkada unte 68 ekkada undo cheppandi, before or ahead, isn't it? Are you following this one or not? If U is here, then 1, 2, 3, 68 can be here. Or if U is here, 1, 2, 3, 68 can be here, isn't it? Before 68 and U, there must be 3. Either 68 can be after U or before U, that is not given. Ichadandi, ivaledu kada. Ikkada U unte, if U is in June, if you take U at this place, 1, 2, 3, 68 cannot be at this place. I can take the previous 1, 2, 3, 68 will be here. Unde chance unda leda? Or if you take U at this place, before this one 1, 2, 3, 68 can be here. Or if you take U at this place 1, 2, 3, 68 can be here. Or if you take U here 1, 2, 3, 68 can be here. 4 possibilities. As of now we cannot represent the data. U and 68. Between U and 68 how many must be there? There must be exactly 3. Just remember this one. Between U and 68, in total we should have U and 68. There must be 3 lectures between U and 68. And only 3 lectures between you and the lecturer whose class is attended by 68 students. The next one, 68. The difference between the number of students who attend class on 7th September and the sum of the number of students who attend class in May is 58. 7th September is 64 and May is 58 difference. Sum of May and this one must be, difference is how much? 58. Then how many persons should teach in May? How many persons attended in May? 64 plus 58. What is 64 plus 58? 64 plus 58, that is 140. 140 or 150? 122. 120. Hence total number of persons, students attended in May is 122. Are you following this one or not? 122. If it is 122, then next one. 58. Q gives lecture in the month which has 30 days and Q is again even, isn't it? As Q is even and Q can be, now sir, earlier we had discussed that case. What is that case? T and Q. T and Q must be after this one, isn't it? T and Q on the 7th and Q is even. As Q is even, Q can be either June or September, isn't it? Q is even, Q even, Q is even. Next one, what is other information here? Q gives lecture in the month which has 30 days. Average number of students who attend 21st April and 21st June is 76. 21st April and 21st June is how much? 1 x plus y equals to 152. Are you agreeing this one or not? X plus y 152. Then P gives lecture in the month which has 30 days and P is odd. P is 31 days. Hence P is odd. P can be either in the month December or in May. P is December or May, 31 days. T gives lecture on one of the days before Q. T is before Q, T is before Q, Q is even, isn't it? Q is even. And total 55 students attend V lecture. V's lecture how many? 55. As V's lecture is 55, V can be either in May or December, isn't it? As May or December, V does not give in the month which W gives, and V is not in December. As V is not in December, V must be in May. If V is May, how much is that? 55. Hence total is 122 out of 55 gone. The other person must be how much? The other person must be 67. Hence 55 and 67 must be here, isn't it? 55, 67 in any order. Follow avutunnar leda? V is 55 but not in December, hence it must be in May. Total May we know 122. out of which V is 55. The other person must be the remaining 67. Done with this? 55 and 67 done. And there are 4 persons who give lectures between V and S. As there are 4 persons between V and S, now sir, V can be 7th May or 21st, isn't it? V can be 7th May or 21st. Now if you take V at this place, 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it? S must be at this place. Are you following or not? S must be here. Or if you take V at this place, S must be here. Now we need to know whether S is in the September or December. If it is December, V will be fixed, isn't it? And there are 4 between V and S. Y gives lecture in the month which is in the month after V. After V, there is Y. After V, there is Y. And this Y and that Y are completely different, isn't it? And V after Y, V gives lecture. V gives lecture. Total number of students is 714. Sum of the number of students who attend class on 7th and 7th May. 7th May and 7th June is 147. 7th May and 7th June, the sum of these two must be how much? 147. Sum of these two is 147, out of which one is how much? One is even and another one must be odd, isn't it? Because in May it must be odd number, and in the next one, June, it must be even number. Sum of these two is 147. Now out of this, it can be one will be 55 and another will be 67. Now if you take this as 55, 147 and 55, 147, 55, this will be 7 minus 5 is 2, 14 minus 5 is how much? 14 minus 5 is 19. Hence, June 7th 92, then May 7th will be 55. Or if this is something else, if it is not 55, then it will be 67. 92 minus 12, 80, 67 or 80, 2 possibilities. Now we need to find out the number. On 7th, 147, isn't it? 147. Students who attend class on 7th June is lesser than 90. Hence it cannot be 92. As it cannot be 92, then tell me what is the number. The other possibility is how much? As it cannot be 92, the other possibility is 80. If it is 80 and this is how much? This will be 67. Are you following or not? If this is 67, this will be 55. If this is 55, that is none other than V. Between V and S there must be exactly 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, S must be here. Done with this? Now we have fixed this V, S and W. And sum of 2 is 152. Sum of 2 is 152 on it. As sum of 2 is 152, then 80 is here, 80 plus 72 it could be, or 67 and 152. Avuna kada? Sum of 2 is 150. 67 plus 80 is not 152. 80 plus 64 is not 152, isn't it? Hence, this number sum, any one of these numbers must be 152. Or this one and any one of the remaining will be 152, isn't it? Follow avutunarandi? Then, students who attend class on less than 90, difference of the number of students who attend the class of lecture Y and R is 4. Between Y and R, the difference will be how much? Difference will be 4. Y and R difference will be 4, isn't it? Y and R difference will be 4. The next one, X gives lecture after P. After P, X is after P. Now P cannot be at this place. As P cannot be here, P must be 67. Are you agreeing this one or not? Because P must be in the month of odd number. Odd number, S and W in the month of December. Hence, it should be May. V is already 55. The other leftover is P. P is 67. As P is 67, then what is other information here? X gives lecture after P. X is after P, and the number of students who attend his lecture is greater than 70 and lesser than 80. And greater than 70 and lesser than 80, and it is not divisible by 4. Isn't it? The number of students, class 7th is a multiple of 11. Now, tell me from where. Now, between U and 68, there are 4 persons between U and 68. Yes, now we are coming to this U and 68. Where can this U and 68? Tell me where can this U? Between U and 68, there must be exactly 4 persons. That's what we have discussed about. Anagadan. And this U, P is after, U is after P, akkada information undi kada? Q is, now T and Q were there. Now as T and Q were there, now T is before this one and Q is after this one, these two must be one after the other, isn't it? But whereas on the 7th only, 7th only means this must be what? This must be T, this must be Q. Now P, T, Q, S were done. Now we are left with U. Hence where can be this U? Now either can you take U at this place here? If U is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 between U and what? U and 68. U and 68, isn't it? Hence where should this 68? Now this 68 must be at this place. 68. Are you following or not? If this is 68 and where should this U? U must be at which place? U must be between U and 68. There must be exactly 3 only, isn't it? If U is here, 3 or 4 or 3 anukuntanu, U and 68 there must be exactly 3. 4 aithe manaku 2 possibilities vachestayi malli. Now sir, if you take U at this place 1, 2, 3, it's not possible, isn't it? Hence between U and 68, hence U must be here. If you take U at this place 1, 2, 3, 68 and 80 must be at the same place, which is not possible. Hence U cannot be here. As U cannot be here, U must be here. If U is here, U and 68 there are exactly 3. If 68 is here, sum of x plus y is 152 anukunnam. Out of which 68 is already gone. As 68 is already gone, then what is left over here? 84, isn't it? Saripindandi 84 ena? 84, and this U is 84. Done with this? As this U is 84, now we are left with what? Q is even. Q is even, U and 68. R is not working with Y and Q. R is not in the same month as Y and Q. Now Y is after what? Y gurinchi edo relation untundandi. Now Y gives lecture in the month which is after V. After V there must be Y, isn't it? After V there must be Y, and so where should this Y? Y or X, and the relation between X gives lecture after P. X is after P, isn't it? X is after P. X can be either in this one or this one. Done with this? X plus Y is 152. That's what we have done. And U and 168. And sum of 2 is 152 అన్నాడు. ఇంకా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏంటి ఉందండి? X after P ఉంది. Now we have taken that in one. R does not give the now sir. R does not give the lecture in the same month which has V and Q, isn't it? Y and Q. R does not in the same month which has Y and Q. S and W is here, Q is here, isn't it? Isn't it? As Q is here, hence where should this R? R must be in the month of April, neither in Y or. If R is here, then we are left with what? X and Y. Now between X and Y we should need to find out the relation. ఏదో చెప్పారు 72 X. Where is X here? Now in this one, fine, good. Now number of persons in X. అదేదో ఇచ్చారు చూడండి. The difference between the number of students who attend the class on Y and R is 4. Y and R is 4, isn't it? X gives lecture after P, and the number of students who attend the lecture is greater than 70. But as here the number is 68. As it is 68, it cannot be X. As it cannot be X, this must be X. If this is X, this must be Y. Good. Now this is Y. Done with this one? If this is Y, now the difference between R and Y is 4. R and Y is 4 means if Y is 68, R will be how much? Either 72 or 64, 2 possibilities, isn't it? But as 64 is not possible because Q is already 64. Hence it must be 72. If it is 72, sum of 2 is 152. Which 2 is 152? 72 plus 80 is 152. Saripinda ledan? Sum of 2 lectures on the 7th is 152. Now this one also we have done. RU, PV, TY, QX, SW were done. Now we are left with what? Now we are left with the number of students who attend the class on 7th December is a multiple of 11. 7th December multiple of 11, it could be 55, 77, 99. out of which 55 already gone. 77 or 99, isn't it? Because it must be odd. Yes, you are telling about something. Now 70 and 80. X must be how much? Now 78. Why it is 78? X is 78. Now it must be what? It must be divisible of what? Fine. Now X gives lecture after P, X gives lecture after P, and the number of students who attend his lecture is greater than 70 and less than 8. Greater than 70, lesser than 80, and that too it must be an even number, isn't it? Even number 72 cannot happen. 74, 74 there is a possibility. Next, 78 is also possibility, isn't it? 74, 78, and it is not divisible by 4. Number of students who attend class on 7th December is a multiple of 11. 7th multiple is a multiple of 11. This is what the information we have, isn't it? Now at the same time, now we need to find out what? Now we need to find out, చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు ఏం డిస్కస్ చేయాలి? 74 or 78, then what is W and so on, isn't it? Then how to identify this one? Any information regarding this W? చెప్పండి ఇంకొకసారి కండిషన్ చదువుదామా? 74. Now we need to add all these elements, then we should check out how many are left over, isn't it? Then what is the element here? 72, 67, 80 and 64. What is the sum of all these elements? 72, 67, 2 plus 7, 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is how much? 3. 2 plus 7, 9 plus 4 is 3, isn't it? And 1 plus 7, 8 plus 6, 14 plus 8, 22 plus 6, 20, 28. Now on 7th, except S, the remaining 4 is how much? 283. I am talking about only the 7th of different months, except the last one S. Then coming to this one, 84, 55 and this one. 4 plus 5, 9 plus 8 is how much? 9 plus 8 is 7, isn't it? 8 plus 5, 8 plus 5 is 13, sorry, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 8 is 17, 7, 1. 1 plus 8, 9 plus 5, 14 plus 6, 20. Then what is the total sum here? 283 plus 207. The total sum is 490. As the total sum is 490, then what is the value of this one? The remaining must be 714. 714 minus 490. How much is this one? 224 plus 10, 234. అవునా కదండి 714 కదా 714 అంటే 224. 224 ఇంకా 3 ఎందుకు వస్తుందండి అక్కడే 500 దగ్గరకు వచ్చింది 224. Now 224 is left over, then different number of students attend class on different months. No lecture can give the lecture after W. U gives lecture in the month which has 30 days, U is 30 days. T and Q after U and on 7th of different months. Number of students who attend on 7th September is a whole, that is 64. And R does not give the lecture in the month which is YRQ, isn't it? R is in the month of April. Now I am checking out the conditions once again. The sum of the number of students who attend the class on 7th of 2 months is 152. 80 plus 72 is 152. Only 3 lectures between U and the 68. U and 68, yes, there are exactly 3. Difference of the number of students who attend class on 7th September and the number of in May is 58. And Q gives lecture in the month which has 30. Average number of students who attend on 21st April, 21st June is 76, that is 152. P gives in the lecture 31 days. T gives lecture on one of the days before Q. Total V is 55 and V does not in W. 4 persons between V and S. 4 persons between V and S. And that's also we have taken 4 in between. Y gives in the month which is after V gives total number of students in the class is 714. And the sum of the number of students who attend class on 7th May and 7th June, 147. ఇది ఎక్కడో తీసుకోలేదని మనం 7th May and 7th June. 7th May and 7th June is how much? 7th May, 7th June, 147. We have taken this one as well. Students who attend the class on 7th June is less than 90, that is 80. Difference of the number of students who attend between Y and R is 4. X gives lecture after P. The number of students attend his lecture is greater than 70 and lesser than 80, either it could be 74 or 78. and it is not divided by 4. The number of students who attend the class on 7th December is a multiple of 11. We have taken the entire information, isn't it? Now how many more are left over here? Now 3 more are left over. What are those 3? X, S and W. Now let us check out whether S can be 99 or not, isn't it? If S is 99, now I am taking a possibility wherein S is 99. If S is 99, then what can be about this one? This can be 78. For example, if you take this as 78, then what is the total sum here? The total sum is 177. If it is 177 and 224, what is the difference between these two? 177 and 224, it will be lesser than 50. Lesser than 50, hence it cannot be 99. It cannot be 99 or it cannot be 78. Now, if it is 99 and if it is 74, then what happens here? 9 plus 4 is how much? 3, and 3 is the difference. 9 plus 7 is how much? 9 plus 7 14, 9 plus 7 16, 173. Only 4 is the difference. 4 difference, 224 and 173, what is the difference here? 51, which is answer unda leda? Hence it can be 51 as well, isn't it? And now we need to find out this one. Hence this can be either 99 or 77. If it is 77, it can be 74 or 78, isn't it? Hence we need some more information regarding this one. What is the information we required here? Now, the difference between the number of students attended by S and W is 8. S and W is 8. S and W is 8. If you take S and W is 8, then what could be the total possibility of this one? S and W, if this cannot be 99, isn't it? Then what is the total value here? Now this 224 must be divided among this, isn't it? As 224 must be divided among this, and between two the difference must be how much? 8, isn't it? And difference between these two is 8, and the next one must be either 74 or 78. Hence what is the number here? This will be 69, then this will be 78, then this will be 77. Then hence in order to determine this one, we need one more information of that category, because here the assumption what they have taken, చెప్పమంటారండి ఒకటేది ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పింది అది ఈ 74 78 ఉంది కాబట్టి now 4 is the last digit, it is divisible by 4 అని తీసేసుకున్నారు అది, అందుకు 78 ఫిక్స్ చేశారు. 4 తో డివైడ్ అవ్వాలంటే what is the divisibility rule for 4? The last 2 digits must be divided by 4 rather than the last digit itself. ర్యాండమ్లో స్పీడ్లో ఏంటంటే 4 ఉంటే డివిజిబుల్ అని మనకి మైండ్ సెట్ అయిపోతుంది అది, అందుకు అక్కడ 78 ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయింది. అక్కడ 78 ఫిక్స్ అయితే ఇక్కడ 99 రాదు, 77 వస్తుంది. 77 వస్తే రిమైనింగ్ నెంబర్ అక్కడ వచ్చేస్తుంది. దాన్ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి దేర్. ఓకే, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈజ్ నియర్ టు 80 అని పెట్టి ఉండొచ్చు. మోస్ట్ నియర్ టు 80 అని పెడితే 78 మనం ఫిక్స్ చేయొచ్చు. డన్ విత్ దిస్. Now though this information is there, but whereas for explanation part it has taken this much time, but whereas in general it won't take that much time. The entire concept is based on the last 3 lines only. అవును కదా, ముందే ఎక్కడ ఏం లేదు మనకి. 64 ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయింది. now sum of these two we have fixed, v is fixed అయిపోయింది, v తో ఫిక్స్ చేస్తాం. after going to your home work out this one once again. చేస్తారండి, ఆన్సర్ చూసేస్తారా? చేయండి. Yes, please practice this one at your home. By doing so, what happens here? And you people generally get scared about by looking at the paragraph. Paragraph choose భయపడుతున్నారు. At the same time, numbers when you have looked at, you are leaving that one. అందుకు దాని గురించి బయటకు పడాలనుకుంటే ఇలాంటివి చేస్తుండాలి, తప్పదు ఇక. As done, yes, write down the final arrangement now. Once you have write down the final arrangement, then we will discuss about 36 to 40.